Welcome to Off the Ropes Q&A show, live every Saturday night here on the official WrestlingMuseum.com. I am your host, Angel.
Well, Wrestling Fanatic HD.
And it's good to be here for week 2. We got some great questions. Actually, I got a question for you. Isn't it true that you were called Crackhead by Randy Orton?
Oh, God.
Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back here, ladies and gentlemen.
You had to mention that, right?
Hey, it's true. We only state the facts here at the official WrestlingMuseum.com. But first thing I want to do is send congratulations out to Chris from Lincoln, Nebraska. He won the contest. The 8x10 promo picture's on the way. Actually, you might have already got it by signed by Edge. You guessed the picture right. Later on in the show here tonight, we're going to be able to show a hint picture for this week's contest. A lot of great hints, a lot of great guests coming in. I think there's already a couple people that guessed right, but there's a lot of great things coming. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Exactly. Now, let's get into the Q&A, the point of this whole show. I got a question here from Audrina from Fort Smith, Arkansas. She says, do you think WWE should not have mentioned social media on the old school Raw since there was no social media back then? I think, in a way, I mean, if they're just going to say old school, there was obviously not much media back then, but in a way, I think it was a good thing just to keep the old school Raw thing going.
Well, it's true. You know, old school, they didn't have media back then. They barely had cell phones back then. But the thing is, I think you do. I think there was yellow pages, white pages, orange pages. But they had to keep up with times. You can't stop what you're doing today to just do for, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they had to do what they had to do, but you're right, they should have done that. I have a question here from Daniel from Toledo, Ohio. He writes in and he asks, do you think that wrestling companies should use the girls in matches to better show their talent instead of just for their bodies?
Oh, without a doubt. They have most of them have so much talent they don't even get to use it, especially in those 2-minute matches. Like, come on now.
Well, they're definitely out there to sell it. You know, at a certain point. One time they would use just as a the great popcorn match they call them. You know, just to go off on the show. There's a lot of great talent. TNA has a lot of great talent, you know what I mean? WWE has a lot of great talent. I definitely think they need to showcase their wrestling abilities, build that up again, because there's a lot of fan base of females out there. Give them the opportunity to feel, hey, you know what, we can succeed and do something in life. You know, put them out there for their abilities, not for their bodies.
All right, I get another question from Chelsea from Fargo, North Dakota. Who do you think was the best manager of all time? There's actually a few of me. Bobby the Brain Heenan, Captain Albano, Jimmy Hart. There's so many managers out there. I mean, it's hard just to pick and choose just one.
Well, if you had to pick 1 or 2 or 3 or 8, what would it be? Don't pick 8 because we don't have that long.
I like Jimmy Hart, honestly.
Jimmy Hart, I definitely think was a great manager. He definitely did a show. But I think Bobby the Brain Heenan with his catchphrases, he definitely did what he needed to do for the camera, put people over. He had guys in his Heenan family that should never had, succeeded at all. He made them succeed. He was great on the mic, great in the ring. And on the independent level, I know we don't really talk about independent level, the Reverend Shane Link was a phenomenal manager. He was based out in NEWA, New Wrestling Alliance, and a bunch of local companies around here. This is the guy that I would have loved to see in WWE.
Definitely.
Betsy from New Haven, Connecticut writes in, do you think there should be a band match between Daniel Sandel, Daniel Bryan, and Zeb Colton at WrestleMania?
They could go that route if they wanted to. It would be one of those matches where people are like, hey, it's a funny thing, all right, this guy lost, what's next? That's exactly what it was.
Well, you have to shave off the beard. First, Uncle Zebby Boy over there, he ain't going to go in a match like that. You know what I mean? But it would be entertainment, but I don't see it happening.
It would be like a hand versus hand match again.
But I don't see it happening.
All right, Mildred from Fort Worth, Texas writes, in the 1994 Royal Rumble in Providence, Rhode Island, who do you feel actually won the Royal Rumble, Lex Luger or Bret Hart?
Were you at that event?
Yes, I was. I was very young, but I was there. I wasn't at ringside where they both went over, but I was there. In my opinion, a lot of people would go with Bret Hart on it, and I'm a huge Bret Hart fan, so I'd probably have to go with Bret Hart won it.
Well, I'm a huge Bret Hart fan. He's the man. Last week I answered the question. He would be my dream man. I was actually at the event. I was at the side that they got dumped over. Lex Luger's feet actually did hit first. Bret Hart's feet hit second. That's not because I'm a fan. That's actually what happened. But WWE ran the angle for WrestleMania.
You had to do that.
Speaking about Bret Hart, it's our feature item of the week. It was on Off the Ropes, our talk show on Wednesday. It's here again today. We're going to carry it over like we always do. This is actually a styrofoam head signed by Al Snow. It has head sign on it and help me written backwards. But the key item right here, nothing against Al Snow, is Berhard's glasses. This was given to a member of the Official Wrestling Museum back in May of 1993. He took on Lex Luger. This is one of the prize items that we have here in the museum, from the Official Wrestling Museum.
Right.
It's a great piece, and we're very proud and honored to have that. There's a new DVD is out too.
Yeah, that's a great
that out.
DVD. You want to check that DVD out.
Alicia from Newark, New Jersey writes in, WWE, should they bring back the Win Eagle title?
Winged Eagle title, that is probably one of my favorite titles of all time. It's definitely better than the titles we have now. That's an issue, but yeah, I think they should.
I definitely think they should take it back. They wanted the Classic Intercontinental. It came back and went over great. I think they probably won't because they smashed it to make the hardcore title. You can easily make it back. The Win Eagle title, I think, would have been better than the belt here. I don't see it coming back anytime soon.
All right, now Hugo from Orem, Utah writes, do you think WWE should bring back the old school blue steel cage? That steel cage is by far probably my favorite cage of all time. Hulk Hogan, Mr. Wonderful Paul, and if they all made that cage very popular, I think they should definitely bring it back.
I definitely think they should too. You know, having a fence around us, a cage, kind of doesn't give you the same illusion. It's hard to see through. The actual cage, there's a lot that they could do with that cage. I think it would be pretty cool. Or at least take it back to for old school. I definitely think it would have went over good.
Yeah.
Martha from Memphis, Tennessee writes in, who do you think has better female workers, TNA or WWE?
TNA. TNA TNA also gives their workers more time in the ring. They can have a 10-15 minute match and they're phenomenal. They're great. I mean, a lot of the TNA workers are from WWE and they actually enjoy it better there.
I agree with you on that. They definitely showcase their knockouts in there, especially having their own referee. But when you turn around and you have guys, females like Natalia, Layla, Tamia, these guys, they know how to work, but they're not allowing them to work. With TNA's allowing their knockouts to work. Velvet Sky, Gail Kim, the list goes on and on over there. TNA, I think, beats that just because they showcase more and they're allowed to do more.
Carlton from Liverpool, Australia. Do you think WWE would benefit from having a manager like Bobby the Brain Heenan in today's age of wrestling? If you pair Bobby the Brain Heenan with, well, just about anybody, I mean, it would make it a lot better, I think. I mean, I don't think we see enough of it today, honestly.
I definitely think they need to bring managers back. They need somebody strong. They need the stable, somebody, you know, that's going to sell these people. That's why Zeb came back, you know, swagger. They're looking to do things. Training is somebody to be like a Heenan or a Jimmy Hart, or bring back somebody that can do these, bring back stables that is ran by a manager, and bring back that age that so much for wrestling. They made wrestling a lot easier too.
Yeah, definitely.
Paul from Bangor, Maine asks, do you believe that wrestlers should bring back the age of the pets?
Yeah, yes, I enjoy it, especially when you had Jake the Snake and the Snake. I mean, it was great. He took out the Snake out of the bag a lot. He attacked other wrestlers. I think they should definitely do it in one way or another.
They had birds, they had dogs, they had snakes. I think it's good. It's gonna be hard because the gimmick-wise, you know, you can probably bring out a hunter and have like a beagle dog that's box throughout the arena. I definitely think it'll be good, and I think it'll be marketable for the kids.
Definitely.
I definitely do.
Deshaun from Cambridge, Massachusetts. What do you think about The Rock versus John Cena 2? Honestly, in my opinion, I'm not a Cena fan. The Rock, I enjoyed him back in the day. I enjoy him somewhat now. He doesn't do much, but I don't think too many fans want to see Rock Cena 2. We've seen it. It was supposed to be once in a lifetime, not twice in a lifetime.
That's true on that fact. It's supposed to be once in a lifetime. Everybody knew it wasn't going to be once when they said that. I actually looking forward to this match. I actually think it's going to be 10 times better than last year's WrestleMania. I think they know what they have to live up to. Cena lived up to it. Definitely think it's going to be a match to watch. I'll actually buy it if I wasn't so much of a fan or in the wrestling business itself to watch this match this time around. Definitely think it's going to be good. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, that's time to tell. Definitely, you know, I will watch it again. We got one more question to do right now. We want to make sure everybody friends us on Facebook. Okay? All you got to do is go to facebook.com/theofficialwrestlingmuseum. Follow us on Twitter at wrestling_museum. Just don't put the G in wrestling. Okay? Throughout the whole week, we're going to be updating you on different things that's going on with wrestling.
Everything.
And we're going to give you hints for our contest.
Don't forget about the contest.
No, you can go to our site, go to the contest page, pick, you know, hey, I think it's this person. And you can try
Yeah,
one prize.
it's very
This
fun.
week's
Go
prize,
for it, man.
You're gonna get an 8x10 picture, not only signed by that individual, but there's an extra person in that picture that's autographed. We're gonna show you that picture right now. This is a special hint this week. It's right here. Now, I personally think it's hard to tell the last name.
Oh, yeah. But no, we can get some good guesses out of you guys.
Make sure you send the answers in. You can either send them to, on the Twitter or the Facebook, or send the showproevents@hotmail.com.
Yep.
Or the official wrestling museum at hotmail.com. Just put in, contest as a subject. If you got questions to send into our show, do so.
Yep.
We're gonna get to one more question from Kent from Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. Who do you think should be? Do you think CM Punk should be Undertaker? I'm sorry, at WrestleMania.
In my opinion, I don't think it's gonna happen for Punk. He's definitely a top performer, but I think he's definitely gonna take this one.
I always said a mid-card, somebody like Kofi, Wade, Ziggler.
Yes.
Those are guys that should be taken, because when you're leaving the business, you leave on a loss to put over the next generation,
Right, yeah,
the next person.
definitely, yeah.
This is something that's definitely going to boost somebody's career. So somebody like a Cena, Shawn, they're going to do nothing for. Punk falls into that category. However, Punk is in this right now to make wrestling history.
Right.
I think it would be good to see Punk do that, especially how they just had that 400 and something title run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they have not really done too much with them on pay-per-views by putting them over. Putting them over and taking on this will keep Punk at that high level.
Yeah.
Keep him rolling in the right direction, and it would not be bad. I really hope Taker can go for at least a half hour, 40 minutes with Punk.
Oh, I hope
really
so, too.
hope it keeps up to the passive matches. But I see Punk doing this. I definitely do.
Yeah, let's see what happens, huh?
This is a great show. We want to thank everybody for sending in. There's a lot more questions that we could not get to.
Sorry,
We're going to
guys.
try to get to more questions next week. Please send in as many questions as you possibly can.
Fan art, too.
Yep, you can send the fan art, any fan art that you want displayed on our site, and when we open up the museum, it'll be displayed on the museum. Like I already said about Facebook and Twitter, do it up, follow us, friend us. YouTube, I don't know, if you guys subscribe or something like that.
Yeah.
It's Wrestling Museum. We're going to upload so much more information. We uploaded some from Off the Ropes this past Wednesday. And now we've got more stuff coming this week and next week. Check out Off the Ropes talk show this Wednesday. They got a big thing about being in Providence. We're going to be there doing a mini show, passing out things with autographs.
Right.
And cards and figures and all that stuff.
All that fun stuff. You'll
so
be
there.
there.
So much. We want to thank everybody for sending things in. We'll see you next Saturday right here at the official Wrestling Museum on the Off the Ropes Q&A show.
Take
Thank
care.
you guys.
Thanks.